Okay. Well, because my camera is all wet from last night, we had to do some storm spotting. But we're going to go ahead and go over this again on this Gerber multi-tool out here on the Katy Trail Suspension Bridge, because it is a suspension series multiplier, and it has 12 tools on it, but it doesn't really say what kind or what actually the applicable use is. But it has a lifetime warranty. It has a warranty connection on the back. I tried all that. I couldn't get nowhere with them because I'm not the original owner. But the workaround at Lowe's with the 90-day tool guarantee, we did get a new one with a sheath, and now I have a receipt. So now I'm the original owner of this one. And they were very cool about returning it. Let me return this and getting one that would be suitable to my needs. And because I do business with them all the time too, but they didn't have any no questions asked. They just wanted, I showed them my ID, and here we go. We got a new multi-tool. So now that I got my camera defogged, I would go ahead and let's go ahead and look at this a little bit further. This is the Gerber Suspension multi-tool. Has 12 tools on it. It's got a cutter, needle nose pliers. It's got, looks like basically a fine grip, and your usual plier style grip here in the middle. It's got cutters on it. This states on it that's made out of stainless steel titanium, but some of the components on here, when we found it, you remember we found it on the Roaming Gnome expedition we did. We were just trying to get lost and just see if we could find anything of value that we could, clean up, return, redeem, and just maybe add to our tool set, which happens to me quite often. I have some other multi-tools, some Swiss Army knives and things like that I've found, and then return and I get a new one, that I can use for what we do. And so, like I said, it's got pliers on it, cutters. This opens up. On the other one, it was broke, so that's one of the main reasons why I could return it. This little catcher. So you have a saw, serrated edge. This right here looks like this has got some kind of a. I'm not really sure what this is for, but it looks like several tiles of bottle openers, and I'm not really sure what this is for, to be honest with you. That one. This one right here, that is a fine slotted driver with another little end piece right here. There's some kind of a lanyard attachment. I'm not really sure what that one does. I recognize the scissors. Okay. They seem to work real well. On this model though, when we found it, remember the spring was all rusty, but I'm guaranteeing if you probably keep this oiled and taken somewhat decent care of, it'll probably last you. But when you get it to the locking point, you have to pull this down so you can close it, because it is locking, and shut all these back in there. Especially the scissors. So now it closes up correctly. And then we'll close this up, and then we'll open up these tools. And then here it is again. You have the it's supposed to say it's quick release, so there's the blade, and doesn't really feel all that sharp. But then you have a larger slotted driver with another one of these little goofy end pieces on it for probably prying, or that's probably where your finger goes to try to pull it out. So I recommend you keeping a little bit of something on there. But here's another. There's a Phillips. And then here's the saw blade, and it has another little, I guess, a prying piece on the end. Once you open these, you just need to figure out which one you want to keep open. And then you have to push this device down on the handle, and then there's your knife. So then you would have to close it like that in order to use it. But yeah, you have to pull this block down. And if that gets dirty, it's going to be a pain in the rear, I'm sure, because remember, we found the old one, and it was pretty dirty and rusty and been ran over a few times. There was no sheath, so now we have a brand new Gerber Suspension multi-tool that's supposed to be stainless steel, a rust-free stainless steel titanium dioxide, or whatever is what it says on the package. And this one is all fixed up and ready to go. It's brand spanking new out of the box. And when you usually find them like that, that just gives you a good example of how well they hold up if, they're going to be exposed to weather and extreme environment. Well, being ran over, several hundred times, I'm sure, laying in a gravel road next to a fishing hole that floods over a period of, I've been down there maybe one time, and that was a couple months ago, so it'd probably been sitting there since then, so that's a couple months out in the weather, and it still worked. I mean, it wasn't the best, but I got video footage I'm going to probably add to that. But now we have the multi-tool, we have the sheath that goes with it, because we didn't have that when we found this tool. We even got $3 from Lowe's, and they didn't ask any questions or anything, but I did have a difficult time with the warranty department, and it, you know, and I deal with warranty because we do what we call the reverse product review. We find the products and then we try to return it to get it redeemed or repaired, or I just turn it in and always seem to get a new one every time. But like we did with the light and some of the other tools, I don't know if I posted all those on there, but when we find things, we try to redeem them, turn them in, salvage them, trade them, whatever, so we can, you know, keep some kind of a sustenance in our life. Or I usually just give them away as gifts if they're decent and I already have one, you know, because tools are a very necessary, well, you got to have them. I do anyway, at least the basics. But I thought that was an interesting workaround for when you're dealing with warranty problems, and they're in Portland, Oregon, and I'm in central Missouri, so that's going to be kind of a pain in the rear for me to get another tool. And I thought the Lowe's store was very spot on, just, you know, making me come up there. I brought it in, they didn't ask any questions, and I gave them my ID, and they gave me another one on my gift card. So there you go. That's how you can get lost, find things, and take it to the store and turn it back in. And that's not the first time I've done that. I've done that several times, and sometimes I get gift cards up to $100 for finding tools that have been, you know, fall off trucks, you know, or something that somebody had bought and I can't find the owner, and I just turn it back in and just exchange it for store credit, and we use it for what we need. So with that, I'm Munro, the Roaming Gnome, and hopefully that was helpful in somebody else out there in the internet world, maybe local, that has the same problem with the same tools or something similar. Just go down there and use their 90-day tool warranty. Most of the time, if it's still sitting on the shelf, I just tell them I've had it a few weeks and just turn it in. They're pretty lenient about it. And with that, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for joining me. And subscribe, make a comment or two, email me, come by and visit me. Hey, join up with me. I'm always looking for a friend or two. Maybe you're a relative of mine. That would be even better. But anyhow, y'all have a great day. I'll see you later.